Here Mahrez plays the ball into Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy uses the space to get away from Matip, and then bang, top left corner, a cracking finish from Jamie Vardy, our main man, and that's his 9th goal of the season. Hey guys, how's it going? It is S2G and welcome to the 14th episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. In today's episode, we have a massive Premier League game against Arsenal and maybe potentially a Champions League quarter-final game. I'm not sure who we are facing yet as the draw hasn't happened, but it's going to be one hell of a game. If you guys are enjoying this series, drop a like on this video. Let's see if you guys can smash out 800 likes, that'll be incredible. Make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. As you can see guys, this is how the league table looks. Right now we have dropped down to 6th place in the Premier League with 44 points, but a win could change all of that and we could potentially get back in the top 4. Lately we have been drawing a lot of games, so hopefully in this episode we can get a few more wins. So our first game today is against Hull City in the Premier League. We could potentially have a Champions League quarter-final game after that. I'm not entirely sure when the game is, but if I'm not wrong, on FIFA 16 at least, the quarter-finals usually start around in March, and then we'd have one leg in April. So hopefully we'll have that quarter-final in today's episode, but we'll be facing Arsenal as well today. Arsenal, that's going to be a big game, and of course, as you can see, 2 of our players right now are injured, and both of them are strikers, which is not good at all. Musa is going to be out for a couple of weeks, so he should be back in today's episode, which will be awesome. Slimani is out for the rest of the season, which is really a shame. He was playing very well for us, and kind of disappointed that he's got himself injured. Mahrez, of course, hasn't accepted the contract we have been offering him in the last few episodes. He kind of wants to leave the club and maybe wants a new challenge or something like that, but kind of disappointed at that. I want to keep Mahrez, so today we're going to try and offer him another contract. Hopefully he does accept that one. Now guys, it's time for a press conference. So the first question is, as you support Barcelona, do you think Busquets would fit in your Leicester team? If yes, would you consider buying him if you have enough cash? First of all guys, I don't think Busquets would fit our team. We mostly play on the counter, and I don't think Busquets is suited for that counter-attacking style of football. So if I had the cash, I probably wouldn't even buy him, because I know he's the best in his position, but I don't think he's suited for counter-attacking football. The next question guys, in real life there were rumours that Leicester City in the winter transfer window will be having a swap deal of Drinkwater and Schneiderlin. Do you think you're doing this in season 2? I doubt guys. I'm pretty happy with Drinkwater. Has been pretty good for us, getting a few goals here and there and assists of course, and Schneiderlin is a bit more defensive, and we already have a lot of defensive plays in that position like Daniel Amati and Mendy, who are doing well for us. So I will be keeping Drinkwater for season 2, and that is it for this press conference. If you guys have any more press conference questions, drop them down in the comment section below. For now, we are playing Hull City at home. We should be able to get all 3 points from this one, and this is the team that I've gone for this one against Hull City. Of course, we don't have our main strikers Musa and Slimani, hence Vardy and Okazaki start. Vardy's our first choice, but would have loved to have Slimani or Musa start up with him. Apart from that, we have all our big plays like Carrasco and all that. It's a very strong lineup. We should get a good win here against Hull City. First chance here for us. Okazaki plays a one-touch pass into Drinkwater. Drinkwater plays that one into Jamie Vardy. Vardy with the shot, but Maguire with a decent block. And 9 minutes into the game, we had our first chance, but we couldn't take it. And now Jake Livermore on the ball here. Plays it out wide into Klukas. Yeah, Klukas with the shot there. Schmeichel with a decent save. And then Christian Fuchs does clear that one out. So, half-time, not the best of chances we've had. We haven't created much. Decided to make a change here. I'm bringing on Antonio for Okazaki, as Okazaki wasn't really having the best of games. Maybe Antonio's pace and Vardy up front as well would help us get a goal in this one. Now a chance here for Hull City. Snodgrass crosses that one. Mendy does manage to trap it, but gives it straight away to Snodgrass. Now Mbukania into Klukas here, who, takes the shot. It goes wide, but Mason there gets on it and then takes the shot way above the crossbar. Poor attempt there from him. Should have done better there. Now Yannick Carrasco is on the ball here. Hasn't been one of our, prolific goal scorers this season, but here he does get away 2 defenders and puts the ball into the back of the net. A fantastic goal from Yannick Carrasco. As I was talking about him not being a prolific scorer, he scored a fantastic goal. Only 2nd goal in the Premier League if I'm not wrong, but that was a pretty good one, I'd say. Now Hull City on the attack here. It's Abel Hernandez. I gave him too much space. I didn't anticipate him, taking a shot from like 25 yards out and smashing the ball into the back of his net. So really a good goal there from Abel Hernandez. He celebrates with his coach. I really didn't expect that, and now it's 1-0. I don't want to draw another game, so we got to try and get another goal. Antonio plays the ball into Jamie Vardy, who is now through on goal, whose stamina is pretty low, but he's one-on-one with the keeper, and you'd normally expect Jamie Vardy to put those into the back of the net, but this this time he did miss. Very surprised by that. Kind of expected Vardy to, put the ball into the back and then get us the goal. But that is it for this game. We have drawn another game. Very disappointed with this result. And now we face Arsenal up next. So another game where we could potentially drop points. But now we got to win that game against Arsenal. But guys, the draw for the Champions League has been made. And we are now going to be facing PSG. Of course, I'm facing them right now in my Juventus career mode. So kind of have experience of playing them. It's going to be a difficult game. They're of course a very good side, and with Leicester it's going to be even harder. But I fancy myself, guys. I think if we have a good game against PSG, we could get into the semi-finals. What do you guys think, guys? Drop in your predictions for the PSG tie down in the comment section below. But I'm surprised, guys. The games against PSG will be in mid-April, so none of these quarterfinal games will be in today's episode. For today, we'll be facing Arsenal, Stoke City and Sunderland, so we can completely devote our focus onto these Premier League games. We need to start getting wins, as now we have dropped down to 7th place. Although we have a game in hand over a lot of teams, it's going to be difficult to get in the top 4. And now that we've already tasted Champions League football, I think next season we got to be in the Champions League, and we got to give it our all to get into that top 4. As you can see, guys, an additional 5.5 million from the Champions League to get into the quarterfinals. That has put down our loss to 17 million from 22 million. Not bad at all. Hopefully by the end of the season we'll actually have a profit in positive, which will be nice to see. For now, we're going to be facing Arsenal, and as you can see, guys, this is going to be a massive game away from home at the Emirates. It's not going to be an easy one. Let's have a look at their lineup. I'm sure they have a very strong team. As you can see, guys, Alexis Sanchez, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ozil, Giroud. It's a very strong lineup, guys. Good defense as well with Mustafi, and a very decent bench here with Laporte, Ramsey, Lucas Perez, Santi Cazorla, Theo Walcott. This game isn't going to be easy, and this, guys, is our lineup here. Vardy, Musa up front, who is back from his injury, and of course Carrasco, Mendy, Drinkwater, Mahrez in our first team defense, I'd say. Apart from Schlupp, who I am playing because he is way faster than Fuchs, and we probably might need that if we are facing with the likes of, Alexis Sanchez and Chamberlain as well. We do have the first chance in this game coming in the 13th minute of this game, as Jamie Vardy here plays an over-the-top through ball into Musa, who traps that down so well, gets it into his stride, and that's a great finish from Musa, back from his injury, guys, and back with a goal in the 14th minute, and a fantastic finish as well. That keeper had no chance, and what a ball as well from Jamie Vardy. That was class from Vardy. Now a chance for Arsenal here. It's Javi Martinez on the ball into Coquelin. Coquelin plays that one into Alexis, and here Arsenal playing their tiki-taka-esque football. Here's Coquelin again into Giroud. Giroud with a one-touch pass into Alexis, and Sanchez scores the equaliser for Arsenal. And Arsenal really playing some good football here. Beautiful passing play, and they do manage to get the equaliser, which is going to make this game tough. I don't want to, get another draw. I've been getting so many draws lately. I want to finally get back to winning ways in the Premier League, and Carrasco might just do that. But check with a great save there. Carrasco probably should have gone low in that scenario. But in the 32nd minute, we had a corner ball put inside the box by Carrasco, and of all people, Jamie Vardy got his head to it and he scored a cracking header. I wasn't even controlling Vardy in that corner. Somehow he just got his head to it and he scored here. Arsenal had a chance here, but now we have a counter. Schmeichel throws the ball up front into Musa. Musa lobs that one into Jamie Vardy. Another amazing counter-attack. Can Vardy finish this one? Vardy one-on-one with the keeper, but that's a very awful attempt from Jamie Vardy. He should have done better there, but our chance is still here, guys. It's Mendy on the ball, who plays it back into Carrasco, who smashes that with all he's got, but it's still above the crossbar. We really should have scored in that case, and now Arsenal might have a chance to get a comeback here, as Ozil is probably one-on-one with our keeper, but Schlupp does manage to get back, and he, makes a very good block there. And I think I was right in playing Schlupp instead of Fuchs. If we had started Fuchs, maybe that would have gone in. But a great win for us, guys. We're finally back to winning ways in the Premier League, which is great. A 2-1 win against Arsenal. As you can see, guys, now we have a monthly scouting update. We've already got some really talented youngsters in our youth academy. Let's see if our Brazilian scout has got us any more talents. Diego Neves, 65 to 89 potential, not good. The same with Branco. Javier, also not good. But Miguel Cruz, guys, 83 to 94 potential. He could be a great goalkeeper for us in the future, with Schmeichel getting old. Maybe he could be the one to replace him. We already have Zila, but he looks like a very nice player. We'll sign him up. And apart from that, guys, these are all our youngsters in the youth academy. We've got Cruz, Dennis Moret, Brandon Wilson, but the big one, guys, is Declan Davies. I mean, I'll show you guys his stats. He is absolutely insane in this game, and he's only 15, guys. I mean, look at that. 91 to 94 potential, and he's already 65 rated, and we can't promote him yet because he is 15. So if Mahrez does actually leave, guys, maybe in the future Declan Davies could be the one to replace him. How insane will that be to have a player from our own academy replacing one of our star players? Absolutely insane. And we still have a couple of months for a Brazilian scout. Once that's done, we'll send it back to England, and well, he'll get some more talents from England, and as that's worked out very well for us. Declan Davies is of course English, but as you can see, the league table, we're now back in the top 4 after that win against Arsenal. Our next game is against Stoke City at home, but guys, my lineup for this one is a very dodgy one. I haven't been able to choose my first team plays because of fitness reasons. The Arsenal game was just a couple of days before this one. This one's at home as well. As you can see, this is my lineup, not the best of lineups, a very second teamish team. Yeah, we've got Albrighton, Andy King. I don't like Albrighton in this game, so I don't fancy myself making any chances from the left hand side. A very weak lineup, but a strong bench. Maybe if things don't go our way, I might just, you know, sub on some plays there. But yeah, first chance for Stoke City, and they were really the better side in this game, guys. 13 minutes in, they already had the first chance there, but I think it was Zila who was in goal for this one. Thought of giving him a chance. He was doing well in this game. And another chance there for Stoke City to score. Again, Zila with a great save. Shaqiri on the end of that one. Probably should have scored there. Here's Xherdan Shaqiri again, playing the ball into Whelan. Whelan plays that one into Cameron here. Cameron with another great opportunity, but his shot goes wide. Stoke City, guys, were all over us in this game. We barely had any other opportunities in this game. And here's Shaqiri on the ball into Glenn Johnson. Johnson into Imbula. Imbula with the shot. And Ron Robert Zila with another fantastic save. Zila was really keeping us in this game until the second half, as then they had a great chance here. Xherdan Shaqiri on the ball, you know, holds off Michael Keane well, plays the ball into Whelan, and that's a great header from him. Zila couldn't keep that one out, and it is 1-0 to Stoke City. And then, guys, well, we couldn't create anything up till the 90th minute, so maybe a late equalizer here for us. It's Christian Fuchs into Andy King, who turns his defender. King with the shot, and Andy King with the goal. Definitely undeserved. This was literally our first chance of the game, and we scored from it, and it's Andy King here. Christian Fuchs with, of course, the assist, but that finish from Andy King was just superb, and we make it 1-0 after 90 minutes, and that's how, guys, the game comes to an end. A draw against Stoke City. To be fair, guys, I'm happy with the result considering this was my second team and we were getting battered by Stoke City, so a draw is kind of fine. Now moving on to our next game, which is against Sunderland. Yes, guys, 4 games in today's episode. Want to make some progress so that in the next episode we can have one of the Champions League quarter-final games, of course, against PSG. But this is the lineup I've gone for against Sunderland. Now I can feel my strong team because of that game against Stoke where we did rest all our main players. So I'm anticipating a big game from our players from this one, getting an easy win here so that we can, you know, retain our place in the top 4. Here's Musa on the ball. First chance for us in this game. Musa plays it into Jamie Vardy, and there you go. Vardy's already scored the first goal of this game. Not bad at all. So Jamie Vardy in the 8th minute makes it 1-0. Emad Musa, of course, with the assist, and if I'm not wrong, that's his 11th or 12th assist in the Premier League, not in the Premier League, in all competitions, if I'm not wrong. He has been doing really well for us. Now Jamie Vardy again with the ball. He gets away from the defenders, takes a shot there, and then the ball falls to Carrasco as Pickford does manage to keep that one out, and Carrasco misses a sitter. It actually hit the post as well, but he should be putting those into the back of the net. Here's Jamie Vardy again on the ball. Vardy's really having a good game. Plays this one into Musa, brings it down under his control, backheels it into Drinkwater. That would have been one hell of a goal if not for Pickford, who made a very good save there. 33 minutes into this game, still 1-0 to Leicester City. Yes, Musa again on the ball. Now to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy holds on to the ball well here. It's still Jamie Vardy, gets tackled. Ball falls to Musa. Now to Danny Drinkwater, who takes the shot, takes a massive deflection from Manquillo, and goes into the back of the net. And we make it 2-0 in the 56th minute of this game. We have been all over Sunderland in this one. Definitely the better side there. Took a massive deflection there from Manquillo, and it has been given as an own goal. I don't think it would have been going in if not for Manquillo, but still doesn't matter. 2-0 to us, and another chance here for Mahrez on the ball here. I think he's got himself injured there, but we still have an attack here to complete. Mendy plays the ball into Carrasco. Carrasco goes low. Well, he makes it 3-0. Carrasco has had a fantastic episode, guys. 2 goals and 1 assist. Candidate for player of the episode. Makes it 3-0 here against Sunderland. And that is it for this game. That Mahrez injury didn't seem to be like an injury. It was just a knock, and well, he's not injured, so that's good news. But anyways, the game has come to an end. 3-0 win against Sunderland. Couldn't have been better. As you can see, that has put us in 3rd position in the Premier League, and I think, guys, we could finish 2nd in the league if things go our way, but doesn't really make a difference finishing 2nd or 3rd. But most importantly, guys, doesn't look like we have any chance of winning the league, but we really didn't aim to win the league, so it's not that bad. Well, Man United running away with the Premier League, 64 points already. They could, finish the league by the next episode if I'm not wrong, which will be absolutely insane. As I said, guys, we're now going to offer Riyad Mahrez a contract. Hopefully in the next episode he will accept this one. I'm going to offer him £130,000 instead of the £120,000 he's been asking and we've been offering. Hopefully this time he will accept it. I really want to keep Riyad Mahrez at the club. I think he's a fantastic midfielder. But that is pretty much it for today's episode. Now, next episode, we'll have West Ham, Everton in the Premier League, and PSG. I might include both the legs. I'm not sure about that. Depends on how long the episode turns out to be. But that is it, guys, for this episode. Before we end it, it's now time to find out who our player of the episode is. And it's Yannick Carrasco for 2 goals and 1 assist. And this goal, guys, he scored was a really nice one. Getting away from 2 defenders and, putting it into the bottom right corner. Really nice goal. This one was also a great finish. Menti into Carrasco and he goes bottom right. Brilliant finish as well. Gets an average rating of 8.6. Not bad at all. And this is the second time Carrasco has been player of the episode. But that is it, guys, for today's episode. If you guys have been enjoying this series, smash that like button. Again, 100 likes is the goal for today. Make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated with all the channel and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys very soon for another career mode episode.